What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another Diesel Dog video. Got another day in the life for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through this one today. Of course, got to put my boots on, ready to head out the door in the morning. Just hit 2 years in these Thorogoods. Going to be doing a review on these things, a 2-year review, so keep an eye out for that. Next, we have our pot of black coffee. As always, Folgers Breakfast Blend. Perfect for me. The stronger the bean juice, the better. Love just that, the smell, the taste, the bitterness wakes me right up in the morning, ready to work on diesel trucks. Let's go. Heading out the door here, I got about a half-hour drive to work. Not too bad. I like to take the scenic route, check out Cahokia Mounds. Always take a look at all the trucks sitting in the lot, thinking about what I might end up working on in here and seeing how busy we are. Just a little assessment. I don't know if anyone else does that, but switch out my hats. I've got a work hat I just keep in the truck, and then take off my wedding ring. Always take off your ring. Nice swig of black coffee before setting off on my first job here. First job is finishing up this truck here. I did a bunch of front end work, kingpins. Basically, it had a hub lock up on the right side, so new hub, spindle, bearings, kingpins in the front, and then a right front drive. Ended up needing a wheel seal. So wheel seal, I did brakes and drum there, and I had a shock leaking. So I replaced the shock. So basically this morning just had to finish up the alignment. Got lucky, the rear was all within spec, right on the money. So just kind of a set toe and go situation here. It did get a new tie rod bar. While everything was apart, tried freeing it up for the alignment, and the thing was just frozen up. So you can either spend a bunch of time trying to free it up, or sometimes just more cost effective to just replace it while it's off. No extra labor, slap it on when you put it all back together, and then it makes the alignment so much easier. I always like to recheck my toe readings after tightening up a brand new tie rod bar like this. Every once in a while, it seems like it'll move a little bit. I don't know, there's a little bit of slack in the threads there, brand new, and then you tighten up that collar and it just moves it a hair. But always recheck just to be sure. This one didn't get much movement, so everything was good to go. Definitely always want to make sure a test drive gets performed after doing a bunch of work like this on a truck, especially in alignment, just to make sure the steering wheel's all straight, make sure no ABS lights pop on, make sure there's no noise, make sure the brakes are all working okay. And I almost got taken out by a CB radio there. Holy cow. Next we have a F550, pretty straightforward, blowing warm air with the AC on. First thing I checked was the compressor and found the hub was completely gone. Needed a belt, also had an oil leak. The vacuum pump was leaking on that one, so I wrote it up for the vacuum pump as well. Next we have a 2017 F750 with a 6.7 Cummins, complaining of low power. Didn't really find anything on the scanner, had some inactive codes. The fuel filter looked pretty old, so I pulled it off, and the O-ring that sits in the middle that goes over the threads was swelled up. It looked like it was folded over. Could be causing issues, so I replaced the fuel filter, also pulled the mass airflow and the boost pressure sensor out. Both were pretty dirty, so I cleaned both. Test drove it. Seemed to test drive pretty good. It was a pretty big box truck. I did perform a cylinder cutout just to be sure I didn't have any misfires there. It ran pretty good. I didn't suspect any misfires, but sometimes these bigger trucks, you expect them to have a little more power with like the smaller engines, and it's just not there. So I called that one good. Went on to this Isuzu, had a belt squeal, found the belt tension pretty sloppy, pulled the belt off just to make sure I didn't have any pulleys locking up or growling. Everything moved nice and free. The AC compressor, I'm checking here, the pulley turned fine, but when I turned the clutch and spun the AC compressor internally, it felt a little bit of drag in there. Nothing too bad, just because I was checking for a squeal. I thought maybe it could be an issue. I ended up putting the belt back on, corrected the tension, ran it with the AC on, and then test drove it under a load, and squeal went away. Everything was fine. AC worked fine, so I called this one good. One thing I like to show in these videos is just the variety of stuff I work on in this shop. A lot of people ask me what to expect getting into this industry, and it just depends on the shop you get in, the location where you live. One video I was doing an in-frame, another video a clutch, a couple videos I'm just working on medium duty stuff, and so not every day is the same, which I love. And just finishing out the day on putting these air fittings on a trailer, you know, nice easy job. The next day I could be doing a turbo on a 6.7 Power Stroke. The day after that I could be doing another clutch. The day after that I could just be doing brake jobs. It all just varies from day to day. I've done welding, I've done patch plates on dump trucks. A week ago I finished up timing gears and head and cam and rocker shaft and everything else on a MP7 on a Mac. Every day's different. That's what I love about this job. At the end of every day, I like to have all my tools cleaned up, put away, organized. I don't like to leave anything sitting out. Rarely do I leave anything sitting out on a job. I put everything away each day. Lock up the toolbox, head out the door, head on home to spend some family time. Beautiful day, beautiful Friday here in Southern Illinois. I'll leave you all with a piece of advice a wise man once told me. Never let fun interfere with work, but never let work interfere with fun. Work hard, but enjoy life. Make time for family and friends. Thank you all for the continued support. I'll see you guys in the next video.